Hi guys, welcome to fourth and possibly final part of our React webshop project. For now, we implemented sorting functionality. We made products details page so you can see the details of a product. Now we need to implement cart functionality. So when we click to this button, we add product to the cart. And when we click to this button, we display our cart with all of the products. So let's dive right into it. Okay, in our terminal, as always, we execute npm run dev. And here it is, our web shop is online. Okay, like I said, we need to work on cart functionality. So let's just first create, let's remove this. Let's just first create cart component. So again, new component cart.jsx, and inside this cart component, I will create our functional component. Okay. Now, let's have a look at our components. What I want to do, I want when this button is clicked to show this cart. Cart button is the child of our app.jsx. Of course, I could have put it in our products.jsx, so but I decided because this component got a little big. Of course, this is a personal preference. How many components you will have and how you will pass the data between components, it's up to you. Let's just import cart component here. Okay. Now let's think about it. I want this component shown only when I click on this button, right? So this component should, like we did for the products details, this component should be conditionally rendered. Only when this is clicked, I should have this component. So how can we implement this the same way we did for the product detail page? I need a piece of state that I will manage inside our app component. I will define state and I will call it, let's say, cart is shown, and set cart is shown, just like that. And initially, of course, my editor added use state import. I didn't have it before. Of course, you should always have import for the hooks. Initially, my cart is not shown, so I will initially say that this is false. Okay, and when I want my cart to be shown, I want my cart to be shown when I click on this button. So I will create, as we did before, I will create a function that will update this state and pass this function to our cart button component. Okay. So let's define a function called show cart. And what this function will do, it will put set cart is shown to true. Okay, and now we should conditionally render our cart. All right, so I can leave header and of course cart button and footer, but I will conditionally render either cart or products component. I hope you remember how we did it. So I will check if the cart is shown. If it is, I want to display cart component. If it is not, I will display products component. like this. If we save now, we see no changes because our state is false. So let's now connect this function to the cart button so we can change our piece of state. I hope you remember we did do the props, so we will say on show cart, for example, and on this prop I want to show cart. I want to execute show cart functionality. Now I just need to pass this prop down to my cart button component. I will pull it out here, and on this button I want to subscribe to on click event, and here I will execute on show cart. Okay, save that, check our website. So right now if I click here, if we were successful, I should see the cart component. Here it is, our cart component, and our products are gone. That's great, but now I need a way to get back to the products page. So let's do that next. So inside our cart component, here I will say a section to be semantically correct. And for now, I'll just add a button that will say back to shop. Okay. And on click on this button, I want to add a function that will return us to the shop, to the home page. So let's define this function in our app.jsx. What we are doing, we probably you're guessing we need to reset our state back to false. So you know what? I will change this function so I use the same function for both cases. So instead of setting cart is shown to true here, I will check what the previous state was, and I will return the opposite. I will return the opposite of previous state, meaning if it is false, it will be true, and vice versa. So I can use the same function on both buttons. I want to pass this function down to our cart component, so here. So I will use the same prop, and I will pass down show cart. And I just need to extract this prop in our cart component, inside our component on show cart, and here I will call on show cart. Let's test this out. I will refresh the page. If I click show cart, I have my cart component, and I have back to shop. I'm back to shop. Okay guys, it's time for finally cart functionality. For that, you guess, I'm gonna add another use state hook. And here in my app, when I manage, when I import my cart component, here is where I'm going to manage the cart state. So I will call this state products in cart, and the function will be set products in cart. And initially, use state hook. Initially, my state will be what? Initially, it will be an empty array. Right? Because when we load our page, I don't have any products in cart. So initially this is an empty array. And now I will create a function. This function will be in charge for the cart functionality, I will call this function handle add to cart. Now, of course, I'm gonna need a product as an argument. This product is the product that we select. When we go to this page and when we click this button, we selected to add this product to cart. Okay. And of course, that product will be coming from a products.js component. So we need to find a way to connect these two components. Okay, but on that we'll see later. So what will my handle add to cart function do? It will set products in cart, and what we will do, we will take this array and add to it the product, but we don't want to overwrite the previous state, so we will say previous state, and we will return like that. We will pull out everything it is in the previous state, but in front of that we want our product to be on top of the list, so each time a new product is selected, it stays on the top of our cart. We will add our product at the top of the cart. Okay, now I only need to pass this function down to our component, and I will pass it to our products component, because this is where I need this function to be executed. So I will say on, let's say on add item to cart, I want to pass our function handle add to cart. Okay, and now I will receive this prop in our products component. Where is it? I didn't have any props on this component. Okay, so I will get this prop, and let me check where it is. Here it is, our function add product to cart, which is connected here when we add on add to cart, when which we pass down to product details. Okay, so right now we are just console logging the product. I will just now I will execute my own add item to cart function, and I will pass it a product, just like that. And now I can get rid of this console log, but in fact, let me show you something. I will save this now, and I'll open my console. Let's open our console. When I add items to cart, as you can see, I'm logging selected item, and this is coming from products.jsx here. But I will get rid of this log, and I will, inside our handle add to cart, I will here put the console log of the selected product, which we receive as an argument here. And if I save now and go back, when I click now, as you can see, I have the same product, but I'm logging it from app.jsx. This is the difference, which means that we have connected successfully our components, and we are passing selected product to this app component. Okay, as you have seen, my logic for adding items to cart is working. Now I just need to be able to display those items in my cart. So this means that we need to work on our cart component. And to this component, where it is, let me find it. I want to pass our state, our products in cart state. Right now, I'm successfully updating that state. I just need to pass it down to our cart, and then I want to display all of the products that are in our cart. So let's say, for the simplicity's sake, let's use the same name. So my products in cart will be equals products in cart. That's great. And then, like I said, I will receive that prop here. Let's put it in front of this, right, like this, products in cart. Okay, so let's use this state and let's display it in our cart component. Again, I will use unordered list, and I will use our products in cart to map through them, and for each product, let's say, I want to display some JSX code. Not curly, but regular parentheses. Okay, what I want, of course, we are inside unordered list, so I want to display some allies. I hope you remember from, I think it was part 2, when I dynamically render the list of data, I need a key prop. It's not product. Product. Okay, so our key will be product.id, which we have inside our products.js file, this one here. Okay, what I want again to have an image of a product. So again, I want to, but this image will be smaller, but I'll say product.image, and the alt, of course, will be product.name, and underneath that I want a paragraph which will display product.name. Then I will display a div which will have the price of the product. So I will say price and $sign, and inside this I will say product.price. Okay, and now we need to calculate the price, but for that we would need the quantity of the product. So this is where I need to change what we are getting from here, from this function. I also need to get the quantity of the product. So here I'm updating my state of products in cart, and I'm adding a new product to the previous state. But I will not just add it like this. I will have an object, and I want to pull out everything, because our products are objects. I want to pull out everything from that object, and I want to add a new property called quantity. So I will say quantity, and I will hard code it here to 1. So each time we add a product to our cart, we added one piece of that product. I hope that makes sense. When I envisioned this project, I thought it would be simpler if we do it this way. But now when I think back, maybe it would be simpler to have this inside product details page to also have an input type number, so the user can select how many items he or she wants. Looking back, it would be much simpler, but never mind, we are doing it this way. So let me now again console log the product to see the difference now. To see, okay, something is not saved. My cart component is not saved. Okay, this component hasn't finished yet, but never mind. Okay, when I add this item to cart, let's check our console now. Here's our object. We don't have a quantity property, but we also don't have any errors. So let me check our components. This is products in the cart are in our app. We manage this piece of state. Okay, here it is, our quantity one. You see how these React dev tools can be useful when you are working with React. So I was logging it in our console, but I eventually updated our state and added quantity of 1 to each object that is in our piece of state. Let's add this one here again. Let's now check our state. As you can see, I have now 2 objects in our state, and each one of them has added a new property called quantity, and this property is 1. Okay, nice. Let's continue working on our functionality. So in our cart, like you saw, I now have also a quantity. So I can say quantity, and I can say product.quantity, like that. Okay, and now since I have those 2 pieces of information, I can calculate the total price. So I'll say total will be equals, of course, it will be product.price times product.quantity. Like that. Of course, also $sign in front of it. Okay, let me check if I need anything else. I have image, I have the name, and this I have price, quantity, and total. Also, I'm gonna need a button to delete item from the cart. So I will say a button, and this button will be just say delete. Okay. Now let me add some classes to these elements. So I will fast forward and go back when I add the classes. Okay, our classes are now in place for our cart component, and also underneath our UL I added the P paragraph with total, and this is later where we will display the total value of our cart, of the whole cart. And I added a button for the purchase that says buy now. When it is clicked on that button, we will be finished with our shopping. Okay, let's save all of this and see now how our page looks like. Okay, I will add something to the cart, back to shop, and okay, it remembered from the last time. Let's edit. In fact, I should close this window when I click. I will do that later. Let's have now our cart. Here it is, our item in the cart. We have the name, we have small image, we have price, quantity, we have total, and we have delete. Of course, now we need to implement delete. We need to, of course, implement by now. We need to also, but let me show you. If I add one more time, now I have two fonts. I don't want that. I want to, when I add another font, to increase the quantity to 2, not adding a brand new item. Not only that, this is the bad user experience, but let me show you in our console. As you can see, we have an error. If you remember, we have two children with the same key in our cart products in cart array, in this array. So of course we should prevent that. That means that we should let me get rid of this console log. We should rewrite this function to implement that. So as you can see, we have a lot of work to do yet on this app. So that's why I decided to stop recording here and to make part 5. And wow, man, this is becoming a little bit like Rocky with all the parts, but I'm going slowly in order to show you we are really going step by step. So I hope that this is clear. As always, I thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to see you in part 5, which will be our final part, definitely. Lots of love.